Hey guys, and good morning. Now I'm gonna use both polarities at the same time, pink and maroon. What's that about? All right, I've been getting some more downloads. I'm like a download fucking machine. Every day I'm getting spiritual downloads on my school community. Really, it's not that different from a TikTok live, live room. So if you want to have a successful school community, I honestly recommend you follow live streamers because it's the same thing. It's just happening like so much faster on a live, but it's like I've been following the best live streamers in the world, the highest paid ones with the most traffic, because I want to know like what's that feeling of just like when there's 1,000 people in a live room and the comments are so fast. That's like having a goosify. That's like having a group of like 10, 20, 30,000 people. There's so many fucking comments, like you can't keep up with how many comments there are. That's hyperspeed. Okay, but the step before that is it's like an ongoing conversation that the live streamer is having. Like every comment is like a conversation and they're just like talking constantly in the live to the live streamer. I follow almost entirely women, but that's just my personal preference. But a school community is similar to this. You want the posts, like the posts in Goosify are kind of like that. Everyone's posting. Like it's kind of dead in there lately. I was wondering how come the blitz cycles attract like completely new people, and I think that's just the way that he cycles his own energy every 60 days. It kind of just totally dies and gets exhausted and then it comes back to life for the next launch. So, I guess that's just how he launches his energy. But yeah, the way that I look at it is that it's the way it seems like it's feeling to me now is like the pink energy is accumulating and is building the happiness and is building the fun, even maybe in a way healing a little bit. It's a peaceful, maybe therapeutic, maybe blissful happiness when you're excited to go to the club and you're hearing that music and the bass and it just feels really good, right? It's that pleasurable, fun excitement that can maybe even be a viral moment. And then they monetize when they start doing battles. It goes into the masculine and they start masterminding with other live creators. They're battling on TikTok. It's like a TikTok battle, and then whoever wins gets the most coins, and it's like a little game. So I'm realizing that that's how the feminine and masculine kind of unify on TikTok Live. So they hold that space, right? And then they battle. If it's all battles all the time, then eventually that may get kind of boring, and then the gifts slow down. So it's almost like now feeling this pulsing, like goes back to the feminine, right? Then reaccumulate. It's like the feminine charging up this yin essence into a container, and then the masculine then executing on that and monetizing on that. That's what I've noticed, and I think a community follows a similar pattern. Coaching clients follows a similar pattern, So it's an infusion of this yin. And even if you're a guy or a girl, you're doing the same fucking thing. We're both like using both polarities all the time. It doesn't have to be a gender, but you can say it's creativity and then logic. You could say it's willpower, motivation, and then happiness and friendship, right? I feel like those are totally different polarities, but you don't have to feel like it's a gender, masculine or feminine. But I mean, pink is kind of girly, man, and red is kind of masculine, in my opinion. All right. So I need to just keep filling up the group with this yin energy up to a maximum, and then it's going to convert and close, and then you sell that and then monetize. So that's the interesting thing. You're building up these relationships, getting it ready to have interest, and then once it's at a maximum, then you'll close it and get sales. Okay, that's how it's making sense to me. Today is day 8 of 13 now. We're going to launch tomorrow in Solar Day. The first 8 days are to prepare the wave to launch. This is a 13-day sequence called the Mayan Dream Spell, and I enjoy following it. I think it's actually legitimate. So we're in Red Skywalker, day 8 Skywalker. Skywalker is curiosity, adventure, kind of like a Sagittarius energy to me, and it's exploring, but it's also trying to figure things out, exploring the truth of reality and, a wakefulness. Day 8 is called the Galactic Grid. So the entire 8 days, the wave is getting ready to launch. It launches on day 9 of 13. Day 10, it integrates into society, the world. Day 11, it begins to dissolve. The wave is ending now, dissolving into, not nothingness, but it's then teaching you like what do we learn from this? What's the absence? What's the release? And then it kind of reorganizes one more time, and then 13 is Transcendent Day. I imagine 13 is like the entire wave then just becomes this like beam of light, like, oh, and then it's like emptied out, and then like the whole wave just like unified, and then it starts over again on day 1. It launches again. So the even numbers are balancing, rebalancing, going in. It's repackaging. The odd numbers are expanding. So there's even a yin-yang sequence. If you are an even tone, it may be a more yin. If you're an odd number, it may be a more yang. But, we're both balancing both out. So day 8 is we got the higher self kind of activation in day 7. It brings in your higher consciousness to expand. So yesterday I was expanding in I believe it was the monkey, and was it, I'm forgetting honestly these days. It was moon 4, dog 5. God, my brain is like not working right now. 6 and 7, it was dog, moon, dog, monkey, and then human. Yesterday was day 7, human. So yeah, that brought in the higher self-consciousness of me just feeling like understanding that there is a wave, masculine, feminine. Day 8 now, recalibrating that to the galactic grid. Yeah, the download that I'm getting today is just furthering the idea of yesterday. Yesterday was like, it's really like pink and red, man. It's feminine and masculine. You gotta really match the feminine to the masculine, because school is also relationships and community. You go to the live stream room because it's fun, you know what I mean? Because it's interesting and the energy feels good. That's the same fucking reason why you go to a community. A community is just like a permanent live room that's a lot slower, but it's the same fucking frequency, Live rooms, I'm bouncing around, every few seconds, just going to different rooms. Communities, similar thing. We're just bouncing around different communities, but at a slower pace. So honestly, I really enjoy teaming up with TikTok live streamers because it's almost like the same exact thing, but in a different way. So day 8 is now the unified expression, now bringing in the soul. Then rebalances one more time to like the entire cosmos as we get ready to launch this wave tomorrow. And so that's telling me, yeah, you're pulling up this yin energy. It's accumulating to a maximum. Then you close it. Just like on a sales call, You build rapport, the excitement, you get to know each other, right? Then you're figuring out needs, diagnosing problems, getting their excitement to a maximum, and then you close the sale. So it's the same fucking process. This is like the alchemy of monetization in a social and relationship context, coaching, but even live streaming. They get gifts from their, audience, you know, because they enjoy the creator. When you're coaching, you get money from your clients. Yes, because it's coaching is more useful, more technical, more skill based, solving a problem, but it's the same thing. TikTok live may be more entertainment, or you're pursuing the girl, or you just really like them. Coaching, it still has that energy, but it's also solving a problem. That's why it's selling at such a much higher price. Okay, so I just had to say that. Um, anyways, yeah, I would experiment playing around with this concept, pulling up this energy, and then selling it in your masculine authority. So, some of you guys, you just haven't been pooling enough new people every day. You know, they still have to show up to the live. They still have to live stream every day. If they skip a day or two, their ranking plummets. So if you take a day or two off, like, your momentum does really slow down, and then you got to start it over again. So it's much easier to just keep the momentum going, guys. I haven't had a day off since Saturday. It's now Friday. Part of me wants to take a day off, but a part of me is like, yeah, but it's becoming a lot easier now to do the 300 outreach. And so I posted a video yesterday. I know this is the boring sales stuff, but this is what gets you paid. Like, I have consistently every single day been averaging 2 or 3 new members. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 2, but it's pretty much 3 a day is averaging. I think that's going to increase because I think I'm getting even better now at community. Community for me is pink and business for me is red. So it's always both. But community is what attracts them to the group and to you. And then your authority and your skills and your energy and your expertise is what closes sales and books sales calls. So it's always going to be both energies at the same time. That's pretty much all I want to say today, guys. I hope you have a productive day. We're just going to keep this rolling. Tomorrow will be an exciting day because we will launch the wave. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later.